North is threatening President Tinubu and the APC ahead of the 2027 general elections. I repeat, the North is threatening President Tinubu, Northern Nigeria is threatening President Tinubu and the APC ahead of the 2027 general elections. 2027 is going to be tough and interesting. Now, let me read out this tweet from this Northerner. He says, APC is done in the North. North brought the bulk votes that sunk PDP in 2015. North will bring the bulk votes that will sink APC in 2027. As for the rigging they are hoping on, we will be waiting for anyone who tries to rig for APC in Arewa. He says the drug peddler will be defeated. We are ready. So after El-Rufai decomes from the APC to the SDP, we are getting threats from certain quarters in the North. Not only that, some members of the APC are resigning, are dumping the party for the same SDP. So El-Rufai dumps the APC. Many people follow El-Rufai to the destination. So today, tomorrow, we are expecting more people to dump the APC. Let's look at what Bashir El-Rufai said about Peter Obi. He said, Peter Obi is surprisingly not a bad person. After all, my views on him have changed recently. My mind was poisoned by my former party members. Sai Obi. He says, Obi is either a great potential president or vice president. Now, the son of El-Rufai, according to this tweet, is no more an APC party member. He said that his views about Obi have changed, that APC members poisoned him, his views, poisoned his mind. And he's saying that now Obi is a good leader. He can be a good presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate. Now, where is this taking us to? That there's a coalition, and that coalition may be between Peter Obi and El-Rufai. People have predicted a very long time that this will happen. Look at this investigative journalist, what he said. Yes, he says, in Nigeria politics, there are unseen power brokers. They check the strength and weakness of candidates before forming alliance. From a very reliable source, as I was informed, the Obi and El-Rufai combo that is being proposed is the only formidable force that can flush Tinubu out of power 2027. This is last year, April, that this investigative journalist made this prediction. He says, from a very reliable source, the Obi and El-Rufai combo that is being proposed is the only formidable force that can flush Tinubu out of power 2027. Let's continue. That is why it is being considered at the moment. According to what I gathered, the power brokers believes Obi has a cult followership, general love, acceptance, and political strength to pull massive votes around the southeast, southwest, south-south, and around some north-central states. But he needs a formidable force to sell and drive his candidacy into the core northern states. Firstly, a hardline Muslim with political strength to market Obi around the KKK states in the north. The KKK states are Kaduna, Katsina, and Kano. So Obi needs a hardline Muslim with political strength to market Obi so he could be accepted. Secondly, someone who is well educated and smart enough to checkmate Peter Obi because of trust issues between both regions. Thirdly, someone who will automatically succeed Obi to become president, banking on Peter Obi's political support. Now, they said they found that person in Nasiru El-Rufai. The plan is to adopt another political party. They see to the reality of this plan. This is something that was posted last year, April, by an investigative journalist. He said he got wind of this plan. Look at what the son of El-Rufai is saying, that he was poisoned by his former party members. That means he's no more a member of the APC. If you look at their logo on their social media handles, they have put the SDP party logo on their social media handles. That means he's no more a member of the APC. Say the APC poisoned his mind against P2B, that P2B is a good man. Some people are surprised how this guy just made a U-turn within 24 hours. P2B is not a bad person. My views on him have changed. Now look at that combo, Peter Obi and El-Rufai combo. Now we have the SDP man, the man in the SDP. Remember, Tinubu once ran under the SDP. I'm moving somewhere. Tinubu once ran under the SDP. Tinubu has been in the SDP before. Speculations have it that if they didn't give Tinubu ticket 2023, if Buhari and co could not make Tinubu their APC presidential flag bearer, Tinubu would have left the APC for SDP. So what is the SDP man saying? Yes, what is he saying? His name is Adewale Adebayo ESQ. He says, on behalf of the teeming members of the SDP and patriotic Democrats who believe in Nigeria and her promise of inevitable greatness, I heartily welcome my dear brother to our party, with the hardworking and sagacious Malam joining our ranks. An avid worker for the people has been enlisted in our forces. He's talking about El-Rufai, against poverty and insecurity. Now is the time for us to put our collective shoulders behind the efforts to fulfill Chapter 2 of the Constitution and rescue Nigerians from bad governance and underdevelopment to restore hope again 2027 to the suffering masses callously left behind in the low-cost years of the APC and its co-traveler, the PDP. All genuine Democrats and true nationalists who believe in order, decency, and honesty are welcome to the SDP, where we are governed by law, not men, constitution, and constipation of money or personal ambition. So the man in SDP has welcomed El-Rufai and his fellow people who are leaving the APC into the party. SDP will be another Labour Party as we speak. See, the North has saying that this is time to teach the South politics. Well, you can say a lot of things. From the first post, somebody says APC is done in the North. North brought the bulk votes that sung the PDP in 2015. This is typical of Northern Nigeria, bragging and bragging and bragging. It's typical that you have 12 million votes, according to some of the replies. North had 12 million votes, and they are going to utilize that 12 million votes to kick out Tinubu 2027. What has been Tinubu's sin? What is his trespass? What is his shortcoming to Northern Nigeria? If you have been on this page for a very long time, you know that one of his shortcomings is to continue from where Buhari stopped. From where Buhari stopped. You see, nepotism. Buhari started nepotism in a very wonderful way. Then Tinubu said he was going to step in the shoes of Buhari, and we are getting the nepotism from a Tinubu APC boys. Now, another thing you need to also understand is that we have the CPC in the APC. The CPC faction of the APC and other factions are aggrieved. They are aggrieved with Tinubu because Tinubu has abandoned the CPC faction during his own administration as president. Somebody says Tinubu actually abandoned CPC faction of the APC. The coalition they formed in 2013 ended in 2023. APC is presently held by the ACN and maybe the ANPP. We had parties that formed the APC in 2013. We have the CPC, which is Buhari's faction led by El-Rufai. We have the ACN, which is led by Tinubu, and ANPP, and other small mushroom parties, the NPDP and so, that formed the APC 2013. Now, Tinubu has abandoned the CPC faction since 2023. So the internal crisis in the party is what you are saying today, that some people feel they were neglected. They have been neglected. The internal crisis of that party is most CPC members, former CPC members in APC, most of them are leaving the APC for the same SDP. So this is the reasons why El-Rufai is leading the CPC faction to a new party that aligns with the interests of Buhari 12 million voters. They always call 12 million voters because I need to understand these 12 million voters, because things have changed drastically. Okay, let's look at the current report of El-Rufai dumping APC for SDP is yet another sign that the CPC faction of the APC have decided to part ways with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They said, game on. We are going to look at a lot of reactions. Many people are reacting. Many people are reacting to whatever that is just happened recently. Okay, another reaction. He says this is a neutral observation. El-Rufai SDP move is to make sure Obasani is a one-term governor. So El-Rufai SDP move is also to make sure that Obasani, they are at loggerheads. He is not in good terms with Obasani, who took over from him. Is a one-term governor. If the coalition didn't work out, then he is going to support an SDP candidate in Kaduna to divide Sani's votes and probably make a comeback for PDP in the state. A familiar template. You can tell that he feels betrayed by Sani, that is the governor of Kaduna State. El-Rufai feels betrayed by Sani more than Tinubu. So he's willing to make a statement. Joining SDP, he'll be using one stone to kill two birds if he succeeds. But at least if he doesn't succeed in becoming the president or vice presidential candidate, he's going to succeed in supporting an SDP member that will actually divide votes in Kaduna State, which may usher in the PDP. So this is tug of war between the CPC faction in APC and also the ACN. Internal crisis in the APC is leading to all this. Now, notice of withdrawal. Notice of withdrawal. We are hearing notice of withdrawal. Different people are withdrawing. You withdraw this, you withdraw that from the APC. Now, another speculation. According to a source, El-Rufai is set to initiate reconciliation talks between Atiku Abubakar and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso in order for Kwankwaso's faction of the NNPP to join the opposition party's coalition. That is another observation, that El-Rufai is set to Jesus. Politics in Nigeria, you need to sit down and study the trends, the currents, the torrents. You see how Bashir El-Rufai made a U-turn and said, I was poisoned by APC members over P2B. Tells you a lot about the way politics is being played in Nigeria, and how people are now projecting that they are going to defend their votes against the APC, blah, 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 and all have you, because somebody left the party and moved to another party. Remember, I made a statement before that the same SDP, Tinubu was planning to move to the SDP if he failed to secure this presidential candidates, the APC presidential candidacy in 2023. SDP was another party of option. The same SDP, we are seeing an El-Rufai saying that he's moving to the SDP. So there are concerns about that. Is it that let's move on. Now, another source, according to another source, Rauf Aregbesola, Abubakar Malami, Kayode Fayemi, Abdullahi Adamu, former chairman of the APC, and former ministers from the Buhari administration, the CPC officials men, the CPC men, former ministers of the Buhari administration, along with other aggrieved APC members, are in talks to join the SDP. Somebody also said something. El-Rufai, that's what I'm coming to. El-Rufai is working for Tinubu. Before I address that, whether El-Rufai is working for Tinubu, let's look at this from this angle. You see, I've told you that the North will not stop at anything. Look at the top players in this coalition, whatever, CPC, whatever, they are Fulani. I've told you, whatever restructuring that you're going to bring in Nigeria, whatever guys, the Fulani will never back down. They will make sure that they take you out. These are determined people. They don't play with anybody. They are not here for shiri. They will take you out once they see that you're a threat. And they believe they have all it takes. The intelligence, the clouds, the whatever, the will, the connections, the popularity. They believe they have what it takes in Nigeria, politically, economically, to take anyone down. And Tinubu is no exception. That is why you see the politics they are playing. They are telling us that they will man their polling booths come 2027, and anybody that is going to rig for APC go collect 2 by 2. If they see that you are rigging for APC, you will collect 2 by 2. I don't know whether it involves security operatives. I don't know whether it involves them, but I just know that see the threat against APC influence in the North is going to be increasing day by day. But is there a grand plan? Is there a grand plan? Somebody says El-Rufai is working for Tinubu. The same way they said Obi is working for Tinubu. Is there a grand plan? Let's keep our eyes open and look at what unfolds. We cannot come to a conclusion over what is happening today. We cannot come to a conclusion at all. All we know is that are these people forming a coalition for the interest of the people, or is it just for them to just have an aim at political power? I'll be surprised if an Obi next week or next month says that the obedient movement have no other, after consultations and everything, we have no other choice than to leave the Labour Party, because I don't even know that obedient movement, they are part of the Labour Party anymore, and join a coalition that will rescue Nigeria and Nigerians. So power brokers have already determined. Who are the power brokers? Determined that this combo is specific. That's weapon that we can use to cut down the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. Like I said before, Tinubu used the SDP. A Southwesterner is in the SDP. So let's watch out. This is the Emilokon years. I will call it the Emilokon years. So this is the Yoruba Lokon. After Yoruba Lokon is now Emilokon. Emilokon years. Let's see what happens. How they are going to find this a common ground in the SDP. How they are going to play that politics, because LUP is 78, LUP is 79. At the end of the day, Abure turned to another thing. Abure, accusations left, right, and center. He's being paid to bring down the party. He's being paid to sabotage. We hear that moves are being planted in Labour Party. Moves are being planted in this and that and that. At the end of the day, it becomes a party that nobody wants to recognize again, because they believe that Tinubu had men. We saw the visit El-Rufai made to some of these people in the southwestern part of Nigeria. We are hearing Aregbesola, we are hearing Fayemi, we are hearing Bakari, part of this coalition. I've said it before. See, be very, very careful. Tinubu boys are always Tinubu boys. I don't know whether it is an occultic thing, like they are always there, or okay, they put them on neutral. Okay, people should stay on the neutral levels. Anybody that comes to you, accept and be our eyes in any coalition, because they believe that Tinubu is smart and plans ahead. That is why you see what is happening in the PDP today. You cannot take away the hand of Tinubu in PDP. How PDP has become a toothless bulldog, one of the biggest party, 16 years. No opposition. This new coalition, we will fold the hand and be looking at them. Let's watch whether P2B, all these predictions they are predicting. Let's watch whether P2B will go and join El-Rufai as the at SDP and presidential candidate. The only thing I can support, I've said it, Southern Nigeria will spend 8 years. Any coalition anywhere, I've said it over and over again. Any coalition anywhere that brings anybody, see, Tinubu continue 8 years. If anybody coalition from anywhere is bringing a northern person, Tinubu will complete his 8 years and belleful. If you like, don't like him or like him not. Look at the threat. Someone is telling us that 12 million votes. 12 million votes. The 12 million votes that could not deliver Buhari, that made Buhari wanted to quit elections, if not the same El-Rufai that convinced Buhari that he can run with an alliance with the ACN. You have 12 million votes and you could not beat any elections. Wow. Okay, if you have 12 million votes, run on your own now. Why are you looking for alliance with the P2B now? Why are you looking for alliance? So, however, it's going very interesting. Tinubu has a lot of time, 2 years to plan and restructure this country, because we know those power brokers, Tinubu has hit them hard, and they will never rest, because it is these guys are demonic. They are like wizards and witches and wizards. They don't think like human beings, so they will never stop at making sure that they fight back and remove Tinubu from power, because he's taking giant strides, giant step to restructuring Nigeria. They say it's hope alive. The SDP says hope alive. Why APC say renew hope? SDP say hope alive. APC say renew hope. See, don't die in their war. Don't die in their war. We need to restructure this country. That is the main thing. If we are following them like the wave of the wind, if you are following the wave of the wind, we will still land at the same spot. Politicians are always politicians. The only genuine person you will see will not be taking all these kind of desperate moves. When a politician is desperate, they don't think about you. They are thinking about their political dynasty, their selfish interest. How would APC give somebody like Akpabio and Wike prominence in the party against those that really fought for the party, against an El-Rufai? How would they bring out Ribado? How would Tinubu do such to the CPC faction? That's what is bringing all these problems. Let me stop here for now and let's watch what happens.